Hello, I'm VXSleekCat and welcome back to the secret feature video. These are videos I make every single time an update comes out for Minecraft on the console to let you know about features that were included in the most recent update but that weren't included on the official changelog. These are called secret features because the only way to find out about them is to either, just stumble across them yourself or to watch one of these videos. And I did one of these showing off 7 secret features in this update, but today I have 5 more and they're 5 bigger ones I think, so hopefully you do enjoy 5 more secret features found in TU53. Some of these are a really big deal and one of them is a massive deal, so I really want to share these with you today. Hopefully you do enjoy the video as much as I do. Like it if you do, because it helps out the channel and lets know you do enjoy the secret feature videos. I want to keep seeing these every single time an update comes out, such as that new update that's, just a month down the road or whatever. So with that said, let's get straight into talking about the first secret feature here, and I want to go from least significant to most significant because the first one, it's small, but it is an updated fishing rod thing that they didn't mention, because they mentioned on the changelog that they changed the sound for the fishing rods, which is kind of nice, and you probably know about it, oh, fishing rod sounds a little bit more, genuine now. However, they also changed the fishing rod behavior, and it's quite useful in my opinion because they made it so the fishing rod now isn't an aggro tool. So if you hit any form of mob with it, it doesn't count as a hit for the mob. So if I hit right now, as you can see, there is a pig here. If I hit the pig, it just locks onto him, and then you can drag him with you like you could before, but it doesn't hurt him. So before, what would happen is you'd hit a pig and it wouldn't do any damage, but it would give him the damage effect, and this is really bad for a few reasons. The first one is that if you attack iron golems with fishing rod, I mean, don't ask me why you're flinging them with them anyway, but if you attack an iron golem, it would count as an attack, and that's not good. But also any other mob or any other animal or just anything you could aggro with a fishing rod, and that's not good because sometimes you just want to knock players or people or animals around using the fishing rod, and now you can do that with Title Update 53. So yeah, fishing rods now don't give the red hurt effect, and you're not hurting people when you hit them with fishing rods, which is nice. It's a tiny update, but it's one that you'll appreciate. Not as much though as the second little change they've made, which is to fireworks. So fireworks, as you're all probably aware, this was actually arguably a secret feature by itself. They can hurt you if you fire one, which happens to have effects on it. So this one has a giant burst attached to it, and it does about 3.5 hearts of damage if you're in midair and you fire a firework. So don't have these types of fireworks, it's just not worth your time. However, there's also an interesting secret on that secret feature. Again, I wouldn't call it a secret because most people know, but the secret on the secret is the fact that these also work on the ground like this. So if I fire a firework just over here, as you're going to see, this actually does damage to me, even if I'm, well, they fell through somehow. But let's just fire a few of these. If the fireworks hit me in the face, they're actually going to do some serious damage. In fact, these count as explosions, which means that now there is a brand new PvP item in Minecraft. It is the firework. The firework has gone from being a celebratory item to now being the best item for transport and one of the best items for PvP. Again, it's a very specific PvP item. You need to only use it in enclosed areas, but this is one of the best ways to deal damage against armored opponents. So bear in mind, I do have 2 bits of armor on. I'll even put on some blast protection, but even with all of this armor on, I've got some amazing diamond armor on, you're going to see how it actually is hitting through that a little bit, which is kind of handy. So yeah, keep in mind you want to have a decent set of armor to even try and mitigate this, and if you don't have any armor, then this counts as an explosion, which means that just by firing 4 of these inside and scaring someone, then god, everything starts to hurt. And yeah, it's a really fast way to do lots of damage in a really confusing fashion to people. Boom, brand new PvP item, the firework. So what's the third secret feature, you might ask? It's also to do with the armor that I'm not wearing anymore. Let's put that right back on, and let's show you another little secret to do with this update, because it is to do with the skin pack. So obviously the DLC in Minecraft console is inherently built into the game. You might think this is DLC stuff, but it is about the game itself, because it looks like they've changed some of these skins from older skin packs. And in fact, the Star Wars skin pack is quite old. It's several years at this point, but they did change some of the skins to make them a bit more, to actually make the armor fit better. So this is mostly a deal on the smaller skins, because the big skins have always had armor in this weird way. But if we looked at one of these tiny skins, so if we go to Wicket W Warwick, or for instance, as you can see, before what would happen is you wouldn't be able to wear anything, but now they just have this adorable little baby armor, so you can always see if you're playing against a tiny skin what armor they're wearing, which also should mean, by the way, that they're now available in competitive game modes if you're playing online. I don't know if that is true because of the transparency, but still, look, you can see the armor, and isn't this the most adorable little thing? You got a baby set of armor, and this works for any of the baby skins besides R2D2 and other skins like that. But yeah, as you can see, here's Jabba. Look, he's got his own little tiny armor as well. You can do the same with Yoda over here, and it's the most amazing thing, if you ask me, the fact that yeah, they've decided to put it baby armor in case that's your thing. Now you can do that and just show you little bits by themselves. Here's the chest plate. As you can see, it doesn't actually show through that, but if you just take off the chest plate or you take off just the boots, you can see how stuff does work by itself, and they decided to make custom armor. Anyway, the reason this is important is not just because look, it's adorable armor, which, let's be honest, that's half the reason it is. It's because to actually update any skins or any stuff like that from texture packs, skin packs, mashup packs, they have to get back in touch with the rights holders. this is why the Mass Effect, I actually asked this at Minecon 2015, because to change the Mass Effect mashup pack to add brand new mobs when they did that, they actually had to speak to EA, I believe, and it was like a process going back and forth, because obviously they're not their characters to use. This is not a Minecraft character to use, this is a Star Wars character, which is owned by Disney now, which means that clearly they had to get back in touch with the Star Wars guys, or with Disney in general, which I think, points to positive things. Given we just saw the Adventure Time mashup pack, maybe, just maybe that's a hint of something to come. But yeah, at the very least, adorable skins. Isn't this the best thing in the world? I think it is, and it's the third secret feature found within this update. So what's the fourth one? The fourth one is to do a battle, so it's going to be tricky to probably show you, so we'll just kind of speed through this. If we go out right now, and we go back in, if we go into a battle game, I did that horribly wrong, now you can actually have a 10th slot. So this might seem like it's just like, oh yeah, obviously Toy Cat, well the 10th slot from, your offhand slot is going to work in battle too. However, I think I broke the game, by the way. However, this isn't necessarily how that works, so okay, there we go, it's just fun. This isn't necessarily how that's going to work, because Battle is now a distinct game mode from Survival. They make a lot of changes to Battle, or they make a lot of changes to Survival, but not to Battle, which means you might think that, like, oh yeah, it's obvious that's going to be there, but that's not necessarily the case. So yeah, there is a 10th slot for Battle, but interestingly, it doesn't function 100% correctly. So yeah, the 10th slot is the offhand slot, and it only works for arrows, because you don't get maps in Battle, so let's find some arrows in one of these chests over here. The reason I mention it, though, is because you need to, if you have arrows, always put them in this slot. However, again, because it doesn't work correctly, if you then pick up arrows, you can't pick them up straight into your offhand slot. You have to pick them into your inventory first and then into the offhand. So show you what I mean by that. Let's take half these away and then let's put it over here. You can't just pick up these arrows straight into your offhand. It has to go into the inventory and then you have to manually move it over there. So it's a little bit annoying. It's a weird like half feature, but it's even more glitchy than just like, oh yeah, it's a half feature, because when you die and you have arrows in your offhand slot, that isn't replaced. So yeah, that's a fun little fact. The offhand is in battle and it doesn't work correctly, which makes me think they might even, temporarily remove it, or maybe they won't, but they'll either fix it or remove it, which means that it's probably accidentally there or just wasn't thought about, which makes it a little bit secret in my opinion. I think so anyway. So what's the final secret feature in this update? It's the biggest one, it's the best one. I said I was saving it for last, and believe me, it was worth it, because it is actually brand new custom superflat options. So again, this is something, some people argue every time, like, oh yeah, well of course you could work that out, but I always figured about this every update, and most people do too. It's always a pleasant surprise to be like, oh yeah, you can do this. So you probably learned about this from the best secret video yesterday, because Sky Village, this is such an amazing feature. It brings back old game modes, but if you look in the custom superflat options, we now have not only just, like 2 or 3 new options, like, last update, I think we got like 6 brand new options, but this time we have, I believe it's 48 brand new options for custom superflat. We've got 16 colors of concrete, 16 colors of concrete powder, and 16 colors of glazed terracotta. That is right, if this is a very specific thing to want, but if you've wanted to ever have a world filled with just glazed terracotta, you can set that up. And let's do that actually right now, just for fun. Let's just have a world that's only glazed terracotta, and that's, oh wait, let's also turn off autosave, because that's a waste otherwise. This is something you can now do if you want to have ridiculous new challenges, but it also means that you can make brand new superflats. They're going to be entertaining to look at, either because they're entertaining, because they're just terrible. Like, again, this isn't going to be something people would actually want to do, but there's, oh, that's too much to look at, I think. But yeah, my point here is that you can now make loads of crazy superflats, and oh man, this is I hope you all enjoyed today's video. I don't think I can talk anymore after seeing this. These are 5 more secret features found in TU53. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I hope some of them help you out. Like the video if you did like it, because it helps out the channel a lot. Let us know you do like videos on the internet. Share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here, because I make videos like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.